Welcome to this presentation on how privacy works on TellTrail. In TellTrail, most aspects of privacy are quite straightforward, but we have indexed the sections with approximate timings so that you can refer back to it if you wish. What do we mean by privacy? It's your ability to control exactly who can see your more personal profile details and any of the things you've posted to the website, and, uniquely to TellTrail, who can add images to some of your photo albums. So let's have a look at the whole community of TellTrail visitors. Guests would be any non-registered TellTrail visitor, including things like search engines. Guests have read-only access to the website and then only to content released as public. The majority of the community would be standard TellTrail members. Membership is free and only verified by an email response, so members are effectively anonymous, and you should exercise caution when publishing content to the general membership. Some, perhaps many, of the members may already be known to you or will become known to you. In TellTrail, these are your contacts, and although it carries no privacy rights except to contact each other, the status is only established after mutual agreement or acknowledgement. Among your contacts, there will be people you want to organize into friend groups. In TellTrail, this just means setting up a collection of contacts you relate to in a particular way. That may be trust, intimacy, or by association. Finally, you will note that some members have upgraded to gold status. This means that via a nominal monthly fee, they become ID verified and then enjoy an extra privacy level and access to premium services. So, the basic privacy options allow you to select these broad groups of people as viewers. Personal, for your own use. Friends, anyone in any of your friend groups. Contacts, anyone you introduced or made contact with. Members, any registered TellTrail member. Public, any site visitor. Additionally, you can add gold members to privacies of personal, friends, and contacts, but note that they are already included in members and public. Every time you create a photo album or a piece of content, you are required to set the level of privacy. There is no assumed default, and you can immediately see the broad groupings we've already discussed. There are some more options which we'll discuss later, but at this level, it's very quick and easy to set the privacy you require. Another aspect of privacy concerns your profile privacy. That is, how you control what others see about your profile. Some things are always public, so let's look at this first. Your chosen username is attached to all of your postings. Much of the site is location-based, and we will often show your hometown and country, but we will never show your address in more detail than that. Next are the things you supply at your discretion. Gender, you can specify or not as you wish. Highline, this is an optional line of introduction to other members. Profile photos. Note that the whole profile images album is public, so you should choose images that are fun and quirky, describing your interests or your character rather than revealing your identity. Finally, there are system values. Your membership type, standard or gold, and when you joined the site and when you last logged in. Your age is restricted according to your wishes. Your cover photos. This album is where you personalize your profile and you control who can see these images. The one automatic right of contacts and friends is to send you messages. Others can respond to posts like classifieds and lost and found reports, but you can allow or restrict unsolicited messages from other members here. Finally, you control if and how other users can find you within the site. Allowing people to find you by your real names or email may help to grow your genuine contacts, while being found by your interests opens the opportunity for new social contacts. Our definitions of contacts and friends may seem confusing relative to other websites, but rest assured that we've taken the method and meaning from the real world. Contacts are literally people you've come into contact with from passing acquaintances upwards, and it's a mutually accepted recognition. So, in general, this includes all the people in your email and other lists, and in TellTrail, your contact list works just the same way. You'll get the best experience from TellTrail when you're sharing with contacts and friends. And one of the best ways for you to build your contact list in TellTrail is to invite all your existing contacts from other sources. First, you need to click on the cog icon to open up your personal account options. You will then see an option dedicated to invitations. Select it, and you see the email template that we've provided for your use. Depending on how these contacts would know you, you can identify yourself by your name, by your email address, or by some other identifier so that the people you're inviting will know the invitation is genuine. You can now import your contact lists, or alternatively, you can paste or type email addresses into the area provided. When your list is complete, if you scroll down, you'll see there's an area for a personal message, and it's worth adding something here to improve the success of your invitations and your chances of winning an iPad, but more of that later. You're not limited to email invitations. We also provide a link that you can copy and paste into any other contact messenger like Facebook or Twitter to invite even more of your contacts into TellTrail. Every new sign-up from your invitation emails or chat link during the first 5 weeks of membership will earn you points towards winning a brand new iPad. Let's take a moment to see how High Five works. For every new recruit from your invitations, you will earn 5 points. Then, for every new recruit from their invitations, you will earn another 4 points. And so on through to the 5th level where new recruits earn you another point each. Your point scoring is limited to 5 levels, and please note, limited to 5 complete weeks from your own registration. So there's no time to lose and everything to gain by inviting all your friends, family, and other contacts as soon as you can. We track your email invitations for you, and don't be shy of chasing them up. TellTrail membership is free after all. Remember that to make contact with existing members, you need to accept or generate a contact request via the user browser, and you become each other's TellTrail contacts once the request has been accepted. Any contact request you receive will cause the waving man icon to flash in the header, and if you click on that, you can see and manage all of your outstanding requests. As your TellTrail contacts start to increase, you'll pretty soon want to organize, at least some of them, into groups so that you can refer to, communicate with, or share with them in a particular way. Although we call these groups friend groups, the selected members have no automatic privileges other than to send you messages, exactly the same as general contacts. So you can be relaxed about creating friend groups because you can base them on any common association that makes sense to you without compromising your privacy. Any contact can be included in any number of friend groups. When you create a new friend group, you'll need to choose the group type, and there are 2 types to choose from, a star group or a circle group, depending on how you want the group to interact. Use a star group for contacts that are associated with you in some way, but not to each other, and none of them will know who else is in your group. A star group is useful for sending emails or for extended privileges to a number of contacts who do not or should not know about each other. A circle group is used when all the participants do know each other and can communicate freely among the group as a whole. Everyone in the group knows who else is in the group, and everyone shares the private group message board. Now that you understand what friend groups are and how the 2 types operate, I can show you how to create a new group. Starting from your Friends and Contact display, just indicate that you want to create a new friend group. Give it a unique name of your choosing, select the type, and click to save your changes. Having created an empty group, you'll want to add contacts. The Add Contacts button brings up a full list from which you can select the ones you want to include. Note that you can add or remove contacts from a friend group at any time. There's just one last concept to cover before we look at privacy in action, and that's the Content Privacy folder. Don't worry, you only need to use these for sensitive content restricted to specific friends, but you should know that the facility is available and what it means. A content privacy folder is just a convenient way of grouping together various items and/or types of content that have a common privacy requirement, and then assigning that privacy for the entire collection. Now we're ready to look at how content privacy is actually assigned. Here are the familiar choices, and you will see that when selecting personal, you're invited to add gold members if you wish. Gold members are already included in the public and all members option, but are again an optional addition if you choose all contacts. Last, but by no means least, is the Friends Privacy option. If you choose all friends, then anyone in any of your friend groups will be able to see this content. Clicking Select Friend Group will allow you to choose a single friend group to view this content. Select Privacy Folder works in a similar way, offering you a list of existing privacy folders for you to choose from. If you don't have an appropriate privacy folder already, you can create and allocate a new one here, and all you have to do is supply a name for the new folder. And then finally, because there'll be gold members outside of your friends, you're invited to add gold members to those who can view this content. Whatever your choices, just click on Submit to lock them down and return to content creation. Let's see exactly what it means when you assign access to a specific friend group. It means that you're allowing that piece of content, such as a photo album, to be viewed by every member of the friend group that you have selected. So that whenever you add or remove an image from the album, or whenever you add or remove someone from that friend group, the changes are immediately effective, and only the current members of the friend group can see the current content of the album. Let's say that instead of nominating a specific friend group for the album, you decided to put it into a privacy folder. Having no privacy folders already defined, you would have to put it into a new privacy folder. Once you've done that, then your privacy folder remains available for all other types of content that you may wish to publish to a common audience, and you're free to rename the privacy folder according to your needs. But when it's first created, a new privacy folder hasn't been authorized for any viewing and is therefore essentially personal. To complete the process, you need to authorize the privacy folder for those friends that you feel should have access to all that content. And in the case of privacy folders, you can authorize any number of your friend groups to see the content, and you can change that at any time. Once again, all changes are effective immediately, so any friend groups disconnected from a privacy folder will instantly lose access to that stored content. When you nominate a single friend group for access to some content, what actually happens is that we create a special privacy folder for that purpose, which is automatically created with the name for and then the friend group name in square brackets. If this isn't the first time that friend group was singled out for content privacy authorization, then the special privacy folder will already exist and the new content will simply be added to it. In fact, as with any other privacy folder, you can add more of any type of content or photo albums into the folder, and all that stored content will be available to the friend group nominated. Once that privacy folder has been created, it will show in your list of privacy folders so that you can add further content by selecting the privacy folder, or again, by selecting the nominated friend group. But while that privacy folder name includes the square brackets, it cannot be unlocked for any other friend group. However, as with any of your privacy folders, you can rename it for your choosing. You won't be allowed to include the square brackets in the new name, and so, once renamed, it becomes a regular privacy folder that can be unlocked to any combination of friend groups. To sum up then, you are fully in control of the privacy of anything shareable on TellTrail, including photo albums and any individual item of general content. You can choose any of the general settings from personal to public, and you can add ID verified gold members if they're not already included. But real precision and flexibility are only achieved through privacy folders. A privacy folder lets you collect all content of similar sensitivity and set its privacy as a whole group. You can authorize a single friend group or any combination of friend groups. Privacy folders are flexible, allowing you to add or remove content at any time, and you can also change the authorized friend groups at any time. Taking all this to the extreme, you have the ability to publish a single photo on its own in an album or any content item to a friend group consisting of a single friend. One other point on photo albums. Sometimes you don't only want to share with friends. Sometimes you want to collect from friends. When you think of all the situations where that might occur, from celebrations to remembering a loved one, it's actually quite a common requirement that's often overlooked. TellTrail gives you that facility, and we call it open albums. So when you set or change the privacy of an album, you have the option to allow those friends who are authorized to view the album to also add images into that album. When they do so, their images are copied into your album, and the additions become yours to edit or delete as you see fit. Well, that covers privacy in TellTrail. It's comprehensive, it's flexible, it's precise, and it's functional. We hope you enjoy using TellTrail and exploiting all the privacy facilities and other great features we provide. Thank you for watching.